giving a speech on how Western society views tattoos. There are two types of people in the world: people with tattoos and people who don't understand people with tattoos. Now, how many of you have tattoos? Now, have you ever been asked to cover them up for work or been looked at funny?
Not that I can recall off the top of my head.
No? Alright.
Here, actually, here.
Yeah? Well, tattoos, they're nothing new. They've been around for over 5,000 years. And they really kicked off in America during World War I, World War II by the military. Especially with sailors, they would get tattoos of pigs and roosters on their feet as a sign of protection. Like if the boat ever went down, the only thing that would float was the crates with the pigs and the roosters. So they got that for protection and remembrance, and it's just tradition. And from there, it really kicked off. Alright, 2 out of every 4 people with tattoos say they've been discriminated against, whether it be in a working environment or just out in public in general. Tattoos hold an important significance to the people displaying them. And for instance, in New Zealand, people of the Maui tribe, they get tattoos called moko on their face for tradition to honor their ancestors. It's basically tribal all over their face, and different patterns mean different things. Now, it doesn't matter what culture you're in or how important they mean to you. Not everybody shares the same views, and that's just with anything. Tattoos are also seen in negative ways because of criminals, gangs, thugs. Those are just some of the basic discriminations you get, and you can't change that. Especially in the work environment. You may be overlooked for your skills or your talents because you have full sleeves of tattoos. There's a picture on the internet, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it shows a doctor dressed in scrubs. On the other side, it shows him in a sleeveless shirt, and he has his full arm sleeve tattoos, and it says thug or doctor. Well, he actually was a doctor, and most people see him as a criminal, and he actually had a hard time getting a job because of that. Now, even though the military sparked the idea of tattoos in Western society, they actually have regulations on tattoos now. Us all being military, you guys know, you can't have tattoos that are from the neck up or visible on the hands or that are gang affiliated. And if you do have the tattoo prior to joining, you have to get a waiver. I think that's crazy. The same organization that started the craze in the United States is now putting regulations to it. Now, outside of the working environment, tattoos are also seen as a taboo. I've been to several water parks with my friends who have like full back pieces, and they've been told to put a shirt on or leave the park. Now, unfortunately, this is not against the law. If you don't meet a certain dress code, you can't get kicked out, and there's nothing you can do about that. But it's just one of the things you have to take when you get tattoos, and you have to understand. Like I said earlier, with criminals getting tattoos and gang members, you know, there's Mexican Mafia, they get 13s tattooed on them. The Aryan Brotherhood, they get swastika tattoos. It's what they do to represent their affiliation, and you can't change that. But unfortunately for society, they see everything, they always want to take the negative away from things. And they see that, and they categorize everybody with tattoos as a gang member or criminal. Now, you can't take discrimination out of society the same way you can't stop people from getting tattoos. But I think every speech has something to take away from it. Do y'all agree?
I agree.
Yes.
Well, what I want you to take away from this speech is that when you get tattoos, or if you know somebody who doesn't get tattoos, just make sure they're aware of the consequences there, or how they're going to be looked at from society, whether it be getting a job or just out in public. Thank you.